What's up, everybody? Welcome to Brooklyn Tides Hot Stove, presented by Moneyline Media. Tonight, we are joined by the one, the only, the manager, the creator of the Brooklyn Tides, Paul Stingo. Paul, how you doing, buddy?
All right, hanging in there. Same old stuff going on. I missed you guys. Haven't seen you in a while. It's
We,
nice to be back.
we missed you too. We haven't seen you since the Robbie interview.
Actually, I was on the. Oh, right. I was on the Robbie, the Jerry, and the Will one. But I guess
Yes,
the
Will.
Robbie was the most. Yeah, I made a cameo on the Robbie one. I forgot
did.
about that.
You did.
Yeah.
So the Tides just made their first practice a couple of days ago, correct?
Saturday, yes. Saturday afternoon in Bay Ridge.
All right, so we're back. Off-season moves.
Yeah, so I'm going to start off about the practice. So, we had our usual 10, 12 guys at a practice, with like a 25-man roster now. We had about, somewhere around half. When we got to the field, it was at Zavarian's field, which is my high school's home field. And we get to the field and there's a tarp on the infield, so covering the entire infield. So, of course, us degenerates, we say, all right, let's rip this off. So we start ripping the tarp off. It's got like bricks holding it down and stuff. So at the end of the practice, when we're done, we were like, all right, we should be responsible and put the tarp back on. We go to put the tarp back on. We put it in like, obviously it's the shape of the infield diamond. It looked like a square when we put it back on, and we just like threw it back in the infield. And then that was how we left practice. So, we thought we were doing something nice, and then at the end we ruined it. So, but we didn't actually have any of our pitchers throw bullpens because the arms aren't really there yet. We haven't had an actual practice. But we did some BP, just throwing through an L screen. We did some infield, outfield drills, and that was pretty much it. Honestly, I mean, I don't want to speak for the entire team, but I'm sure they feel the same. It was really nice to just see the guys, we talk, but to see them and ask, oh, how's your life? What's the latest? And, we're just catching up, and, we miss each other, the entire off season, especially with COVID, we don't really hang out much anymore. I mean, I only really see a handful of guys in the off season at all. So, but yeah, that was actually, the focal point of the whole thing was seeing them. So, yeah.
Over under, how many times did Jerry yell at someone for being out of shape during the practice?
Zero out of shapes, but we had some miscues that were more mental miscues than
physical,
and that's what Jerry gets mad at. So other than that, went pretty smooth. I mean, listen, for a Tides first practice,
right?
I mean, I think it went great. I even took batting practice, and I haven't swung a bat since October, and I think I put one like two bounces from the fence in Zavarian.
Are we about to see Paulie playing? Is Paul Stingo going to make a little bit of an appearance this year?
I made a few appearances last summer and fall. I always tell Jerry this, and I tell everybody on the team who always asks me, because I used to be a very vital part of the lineup and the team on the field. But I always say to them, like, listen, if my best, strong suit to help the team is being on the bench or coaching third base or, even running our social media accounts, so be it. I'll do whatever it takes to help the team. And, if my number is called, my biggest thing is that because of the fact that I don't play a lot, I just want to personally get in like really good shape so that if my number is ever called, I'm ready to go. And then other than that, I'll just do like my normal role. That's just all I really want to do. So, yeah.
Also, I know you guys were suffering from a couple injuries this year. A lot of guys. I know Stella had a little bit of an injury.
Yeah. Stella had the labrum.
Yep.
He was cleared to play about a week and a half ago. So as of right now, I mean, we don't know if we're going to throw him out in the infield every game, but he's going to be probably in our lineup more times than not, as soon as the season begins. He looked great. I saw him throw, before we even started the infield, outfield. I mean, the arm looked like he hasn't lost the steps. Nate Rodriguez, who was out in California, we're going to be putting him on the 60-day IL. And he is expected to miss the entire season. So,
oh goodness,
that's the latest on him. And then as far as anybody else we lost, just Mitch is in Germany already.
Right.
And that's the only losses we have from the fall till now. So those are two guys that we lost.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, any big gains?
Games, you said?
No, any big gains this year? I know that you've had.
So yeah, about a week ago, we found out that we're retaining our shortstop, Luis Arias, who was our playoff MVP. I mean, he didn't get an award for it, but if we had to vote, he would have gotten it. He was just an absolute monster in the playoffs. He was unbelievable. His defense, his hitting, clutch hitting, and you name it, he was there. He was our biggest guy that I would say that we got back. And then, of course, a month ago or however long ago it was, I'm losing track of these hot stove episodes, but Dimitri decided, we were chasing him. We were chasing Dimitri for so long, we forgot about all the other free agents. Dimitri took all of our attention away from everybody else.
That's shocking because he seemed like such a subtle guy like that. You don't even really notice when he's there.
Yeah. I mean, I think that was actually what made him more attractive to pursue, because it was like when you're talking to a girl and she's ignoring you, you want to keep texting just to like try to get her to speak.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Just think about it that way. So like he wasn't answering me, so I'm like trying to text Stella, like, please, I want to talk to Dimitri. So I think it made him more attractive. So he's somebody we brought back. And then in the past week or two or so, we've you had Joe Fernandez on. He's returning with us, and we're very happy to have him back, because not only is he a great pitcher in his own way in this point of his career, but he's also a great baseball mind. And he's probably one of the most fun people I've ever been in a dugout with. He is a riot in the dugout. He's completely crazy. Awesome. A pitcher that we had last summer, he came out of Xaverian High School and was referred to us by one of the umpires who was my math teacher. Christian Gerazi is going to be returning with us. He pitched with us in the summer, is now coming back. John DeAngelis, who plays with us every summer, JD. Nice. He usually sits out the fall. He's returning. And other than that, we got an outfielder and a pitcher. They actually used to both play in Mid-Island League with the Astros, with the Stark brothers.
Oh, okay.
And then they most recently played in the Sorrento League, which is another league in Staten Island, with Robbie, Nate, and Stella on the Tar Heels.
Gotcha.
Mike Camerata, an outfielder, and a pitcher, John Pignatelli. We're very happy to have them, and they've been around Staten Island baseball for a very long time. So we're really, we've spoken about adding them for years now, and we're really happy. They add a lot of depth to our team, and a lot of great baseball expertise. And then our most recent signing was yesterday. We were kind of, right now we have 9 pitchers after making this signing, but we added a pitcher who is friends with Justin Pedone, who is another great pitcher. And we added the arm of Russell Bracchia, pitcher. He seems to be good. Pedone referred him, and Pedone, I caught a bullpen for Pedone last week, and he was sitting between 92 and 94. I almost died. So if Pedone says somebody's good, we take his word.
Yeah.
And I've been in touch with him over the past few days, and we're very happy to have him. So as far as additions, that's the additions. We're up to about, I remember when I first came on the show, the first ever episode, I said we had about 17 guys.
Yep.
We're at 24 right now. And the only 2 people that we may be adding from now until opening day, without having someone else reach out to us, is brother of Joe Fernandez, Julian Fernandez, who another monster.
He's a former teammate of mine.
Yeah, complete beat. And Robbie's brother, Mark McGuire.
Hey, listen, any baseball team with Mark McGuire on, it's got to be.
Yeah.
Where's Jose Canseco?
Yeah,
you can't have Mark without Jose. Come on.
One year we had on our team David Ortiz and Mark McGuire.
That's incredible.
Isn't that great?
Man, the documentaries that would be made.
Yeah. So that's the latest on the free agent front. That's pretty much it as far as roster construction up to this point.
So do you have an idea of what we're looking at as a projected lineup this season?
I've been talking to, Stella, Jerry, people at the top of the brass, about what, obviously it's a long season, so we're not going to have the same 9-10 guys starting in every game. But you've asked this question to other people with not a complete with not a complete roster filled out. So I guess I have a little bit better of an insight now.
Right.
I would probably, yeah, what are you saying?
And you're the face that runs the place too. Like these are guys,
Yeah,
like a
yeah,
couple guys put themselves at the 4 spot, and you're
Mhm.
like, you're not gonna be.
Yeah. I mean, before I even say what I think our lineup is going to be, and this has kind of been what a staple of what has made our team so good over the past, I don't know, I guess since we joined Mid-Island, but we've gotten gradually better every year with the league. The league has improved, and everyone said that. Our bench depth is just through the roof. I mean, I'm going to name 9 guys right now, or maybe 10. But, I mean, you could put any of our 15, 16 position players out on the field, and there's not much of a drop-off. So, I mean, you're dealing with, very similar caliber players, throughout the roster. So that's just, it's just a testament to how good I think our team actually is. So, yeah, I guess I would lead off JP. I mean, he was very good leading off for most of the entire fall. Louis has got to bat second. I would put Robbie 3, Justin Stark 4, Jordan Stark 5. You could interchange JD and Yuxi 6 and 7. I mean, whatever order you want to do. And then we got the veteran Dave, probably 8th. And then, the captain Stella batting 9th. So, I mean, that just shows how deep the lineup is.
Yeah.
And that's just the top 9. I mean, I could go to, like I said, I could go to 13, 14, and it's all really good players. But if I had to pick my 9 for a playoff game in this exact moment, that's where I would be going.
Awesome. So I know that the pitching staff was a big, vital part of last year's run.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on with this pitching staff this year?
So with Mitch out,
and that's a big shoes to fill.
That's what I'm saying. It's a gaping hole, and
right.
It's because he's one person, but he at the end of the day, he does mean so much to our team. I mean, we throw him out there against the best teams in the league, and we win most of them. But even the games we lose, it's 2-1, 3-2. We're not far off. But we need to make that up with having pitching depth this year, and that was something that. Up until about a week ago, I was talking to Stella, I was talking to Jerry, and I'm saying, guys, I'm a little worried about our pitching staff, not the talent, but the depth.
Right.
I never question our talent because, as of a week or 2 ago, we were going into the season with 6 pitchers, and Tony really being a reliever. So, I mean, you can't really say okay, we're going to throw Tony.
And Paul, are you including Robbie in that as well?
Yes. So I have Robbie. I have Fonzie, I have Padone, Matt Oliva, our new signing, John Pignatelli, Tony, our new signing, Russell, Christian Geraci, and Joe Fernandez. So that's 9.
Yeah.
That's 9 guys that, are legitimate pitchers. Now, I mean, could Stella, if his arm feels better, step on the mound? Could Dave throw? Yeah. We could get those innings out of those guys when need be if we're a little shorthanded. But I have about 9 pitchers right now. I think that in the fall we had around 8, 9 pitchers, but again, with Mitch there, 8, 9 pitchers seems like 5, because it's Mitch pitches most of the games. He comes in, he eats innings. So we don't even need the other 6 guys at the games when Mitch is there. So, we had to just add depth. And that's, I think we addressed it with the most recent signings of John Pignatelli and Russell. And of course, getting Christian Geraci back. We saw him over a very short stint in the summer, but, Jerry was actually making a joke at practice a few days ago where he was like, I would send Christian out to go pitch and I would go to the bathroom. I would come back a minute later and they're all walking in from the dugout and someone would be like, Jerry would be like, what happened? And they'd be like, oh, yeah, he had a 1, 2, 3 inning. And it was just how he worked, Christian, very fast, threw strikes, got outs and came
consistent.
Yeah, I mean, again, he only threw 4 or 5 innings, but he had a 0 ERA, struck out a few batters, didn't really walk anybody. I mean, for a kid who's 18 coming out of high school, pitching against a league like that, that's impressive. So we were very impressed with what he gave us, and we're very excited to have him back. So yeah.
So, Paul, do you guys plan on making any more moves before opening day this season?
Like I said, we're waiting on Julian Fernandez and Mark McGuire. Those are 2 guys that have played with us in the past and have been very good on both sides of offense and defense, and we would love to have them back, but they may have other obligations. We're still in touch with the person who is friends with Fonzie from his other team, the Vipers. We've had very minimal contact with him over the past few weeks. So we're not really sure where we stand on that. But other than that, we're at 24 guys right now. I would like to maybe 25, 26, either if Mark and Julian come back or if we just happen to add 2 guys, just even if it was like roster fillers where it's like guys who say like, listen, I'll come down when we need guys, or, that we have players like that where it's like, if you're a little shorthanded, call me, I'll come down. Or if it's guys like Mark and Julian, who are obviously potential centerpieces of our lineup and team, so whatever it may be, we'll find out in the coming weeks.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
So, Paul, last time you were here, we started the game most likely to.
Okay, yeah.
And since you've been here, your name has been called out in a couple of these.
Mm-hmm.
And a little bit different per who you ask. You are probably the one who is the most inconsistently named in this one of these categories. But I'll start with, for you, most likely to become president.
Okay, we're doing this again. All right.
Yeah.
I'm going to stick with my original answer with Jerry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, now I'm going to go with most likely to chase after the ice cream truck.
I'll go with the 2 most popular answers, Jerry and Ukes.
Yeah. Ukes also, I think he said his name, but he also made sure, like,
That
I always make fun of it.
The bus, yeah.
He threw Jerry under the bus and then came in the tightest tank top I've ever seen in my life.
Mm-hmm.
It was so tight. I told him. I
Yeah.
told him to his face. I said, dude, did you wear that on purpose?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I saw.
All right. The most popular answer, the most popular question. Who would you least let date your sister if you had one? And who would you most let date your sister?
Okay. Least let date my sister. I feel like the obvious answer is Robbie, but again, like he's a close friend of mine.
So that's another reason why you say no. You know where all the skeletons are.
Yeah, it's a reason why I would say no, and it's a reason why I would say yes at the same time. I guess I'll just go with Robbie. Yeah, and then most likely to let date my sister. Again, I think everyone knocked all of my original picks, but my answer for this became like the most popular one. It's the Stark Brothers. Robbie even said JD, and I could understand that one too. JD is a very nice guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a couple, like, after being around, I know he's married, so that's the only reason I wouldn't say this guy, but Dave is,
he's a great guy.
Out of respect for his wife, I would never say him, but he's a great guy. And I think Stella or JP, I would definitely. My sister's engaged, but.
Yeah. Recently engaged.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
My sister's 12, so.
So, yeah. So.
All right, so who's most likely to leave their glove at home?
Glove at home. Well, actually, I'm gonna change my answer from the first one. If you guys didn't ask me the first time I was here, maybe you guys didn't, but if you did, I'm definitely changing it now because it is Fonzie. Because he actually did leave his glove at home before our last practice and didn't come to practice because of it. Like he left to come and then realized he didn't have it and went back. So but he'll be at the next one, so don't worry. I made sure he'll be at
Who was it? I can't remember. Who was it has the wall of gloves?
Oh, that was Dave. Dave has the best glove style.
Dave.
Which actually Stella, who, by the way, could also do this. Like, he'd be great on Moneyline Media team doing Tide's hot stove. He's awesome. He's like, all right. I asked him who has the best style, and he said, Deirdre, you should ask who has the best glove style since we're a baseball team.
Yeah.
So, who has the best glove style?
I have to go with Dave. I have to go with Dave.
Yeah.
And referring back to that style question, I think a lot of people were like kind of misconstruing the question, and I still don't understand. Are you guys asking about like baseball, like on the baseball field or outside of the baseball field when we go out and stuff?
I think that's what I think we're gonna need to start making it too.
Yeah.
So who going out, and then who has the best baseball skills?
All right, I'm gonna give you my going out. I mean, I haven't seen everybody out, but I have a good grasp. I think that Dimitri, I've never hung out with Dimitri outside of the baseball field, but Dimitri definitely has some swag going on.
Okay.
Tony has showed up to my house in some like really nice Jordans before.
Okay.
Fonzie was actually at my house a few days ago. He knows how to dress. He's very he knows how to match, and that's a big key to me because I'm constantly matching. I don't know if you guys could tell from my outfit, but
Of course.
I'm trying to think who else. And I honestly myself too. I think that, you know,
You've been named, by the way. In
yeah,
this.
yeah.
You've also been named, I think, in the opposite. Like, you're one of the people that gets named. Like, some people said that they would want you to date their sister, and then other people said no, they would not.
And then I've had best style and worst style.
Exactly.
But yeah, no, I mean, yeah, I think I have some style. I got some, like, you know, I got some of that streetwear hype beast stuff going on. So
Yeah.
I'm definitely up there. I'm not going to put myself first, but you know, I'm up there. And then as far as on the baseball field, a guy who got a lot of like slack for like not dressing good outside of the baseball field, but actually looks really good on a baseball field is Stella.
Okay.
And I noticed that really at our last practice. I mean, obviously I play with him all the time, but I should notice it. But he looked really like he looked like a pro when you look at him from like 100 feet away. It's like, oh, look at this major leaguer over there, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, Stella has really good on-field, like, you know, style. Fonzie's got the chain thing, and the Yoenis Cespedes chain question. Fonzie actually does have a chain like that. Looking back at it now, yeah, and I don't know if I said Fonzie the first time, but
I think you said Nate. I think it was Nate that you went.
Nate, I might have said Nate, but yeah, yeah. So that I think we're covering all the bases now with style, because I thought it was kind of misconstrued, and like, you know, I don't think that I'm the best dressed person on a baseball field, but when you say I'm not well dressed outside of a baseball field, I take offense to that, you know? So I was like, holy shit, like they really think this about me. So yeah.
Don't worry, you're still leading in most people say about
sunflower seeds, forget it. I clean up on that. Yeah.
Awesome.
So who's most likely to miss the cutoff, man?
It's definitely not Dave, because Dave is like fundamental. I'm trying to think of just our outfielders. Honestly, I'll tell you who, Robbie, because Robbie doesn't play the outfield regularly, and Robbie thinks, well, I mean, he still listen, Robbie still has a great arm, but Robbie thinks he could throw 95 from right field. You know, so Robbie will just, like, you know, sail it over the first baseman's head if he's playing right field straight to the catcher. And then, you know, a runner takes an extra base. But, you know, listen, sometimes Robbie gets away with it because his arm strength makes up for it.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, Paul. So that brings us to the end of Hot Stove. But don't worry, guys. Even though this will be uploaded on Thursday, Friday, we have an awesome Hall of Fame selection for the softball team, the Tide softball, that we're super excited to announce. So tune in for Friday.
Yeah, just one more thing. Also, the Brooklyn jerseys are here, so we got them.
Oh yeah.
Oh. The away Brooklyn jerseys are a thing, so we're very excited for that. It's a new new uniform in Tide's history. So we've been through a bunch of them, and, you know, very excited for that.
Super excited to see that on the field. Paul, even though we're not saying bye to you, we're gonna say bye to you for the Hot Stove episode. But guys, check us out on Friday for the Hall of Fame episode. All right.
All right. I'll see you guys.
All right.